This is the new Tesla Model 3.
It is now a beautiful, really good looking car.
And Tesla has changed around 50% of the parts on this car to make it more stylish, more aerodynamic, more efficient, more luxurious, more comfortable, and more safer. Sorry, that should just be safer.
It is a lot more pretty. Can we agree on that?
Let's start off with the stylish bit. So one of the big changes here at the front are to the lights. They're now slimmer and sleeker than before and have more prominent LED daytime running lights. They've gone a bit more Audi with the headlights.
I really like those headlights, man.
Also, they've done away with the old fog lamp and the vent at the side here. Now you've just got this one big central vent. I think the car looks a little bit more aggressive than before, less fish-like. However, there are some new alloy wheel designs, so you get 18 and 19 inches, and the 19s, which is what these are, have these special slats inserted there, which make the wheels look a little bit larger than normal. Also, there's two new paint schemes. There's an ultra red, which is very similar to what you get on the new Tesla Model S, and then this stealth grey, which is pretty nice. Finally, round the back, there are some new tail lights, and they're no longer split like on the previous car. That means that when you open the tailgate, the lights go completely.
They're no longer split. Think about this. What just happened there? Less parts, less complexity, less cost, less failure points. This is the new tail light, a single piece. This, the previous design. Now, by the way, nice ass.
So instead of the Tesla T, you now have the word mark back there, which, you know, we have seen Franz's Model 3 look like that in the past. So Tesla bringing that design over here to the updated Project Highland Model 3.
Here on the inside, there is a new dash design. The general idea is the same with this large landscape screen and the very minimalist dash. However, the design of it is different. You've got LED lighting up there.
We now have interior lighting all around.
This LED lighting, of course, is editable. So one of the reviews from automoto.it, although in Italian here we can see this is selectable. So you can change, you can see green here versus the blue in some of these other shots. So any color that you want to select for those LEDs is optional.
This panel here, you can actually personalize it with different materials and colors. You've got this big central vent. Also, the steering wheel is different. So now you've got the indicators on there. So there's no stalks at all on this car. You used to have the indicators on a stalk and the cruise control on a stalk as well. The horn is also now on the center of the steering wheel, which makes it easier to if there's an emergency. Other changes include a redesign of the center console. Got these aluminium bits here to make it feel a bit more expensive. And Tesla claim they have improved the quality of the materials inside this car. It does feel a little bit better than before.
The main screen is now brighter and more responsive. Looks like the screen to me looks like they just upgraded the hardware, the internals maybe to get it a little bit more modern.
You've also got the new Airway 2.0 system. So that's the ventilation system which has been upgraded. And now, unlike before, you can actually turn off the passenger air system if you want to, or turn it on again. So if you or your passenger can't agree on what fan speed to have, that's not a problem anymore at all. Tesla have also improved the Bluetooth in this car. So before you had one central system with a collection of microphones, now you have two systems, one on each side, so you should have better audio phone calls. They've also improved the Wi-Fi connectivity, so you can do things like download stuff while parked slightly further away from your house and the router. They've improved the connectivity to your phone, so when you're using your phone as your key, the car will recognize your phone while you're further away from the vehicle as well. Another thing they've done is updated the stereo for even more bass and punch, and it now has 17 speakers instead of 14 speakers. As before, you've got wireless charging here, and underneath the center console there is a USB-C port which can charge at 65 watts, so you can actually charge a laptop off it.
We now have an infotainment at the rear, so you can operate everything through here, but you can also watch Netflix, Disney, anything. And you can even connect to Bluetooth headsets individually. So that's really, really great when you have kids.
This is far and away the biggest and most important improvement in the refreshed Model 3, in my opinion. This was a big selling point of the Model S and X, the rear display. Every family on the planet, everyone with children will understand why. This is huge. The fact that your kids can now sit in the back and watch Netflix, YouTube, Absolute game changer for families. Huge selling point.
You definitely hear less echo on the inside.
Tesla has achieved a 30% decrease in wind and ambient noise, 25% improvement in impact noise, and 20% improvement in road noise. Tesla has added acoustic glass to the rear windows. There is also more sound insulation in the car. There's an uptick in the hood to let wind go over more quietly. So you kind of see the theme here is sort of making the Model 3 a little bit more luxurious, a little bit more sort of up to date to the with the current sort of thing as far as standards go when it comes to the car in this price range.
So the old Model 3 was pretty good at dealing with bigger bumps, but it would tend to fidget over imperfections in the road. So to try to address this, what Tesla have done is upgraded the suspension. So they've fitted new springs and dampers. They've altered the geometry of the front suspension. They've changed the way they're mounting the subframes to the actual chassis with more bonding points, and they've upgraded the bushings as well. They've even worked on the tyres, so as well as improving road noise, these tyres are apparently more cushioning, so they help iron out some of the bumps in the road.
They're putting cooled seats on a Model 3, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Ventilated seats has been not just with Tesla, but the whole auto industry. That's usually like a premium luxury thing. So to see it on presumably a Model 3 that we're, I think, thinking will start in the mid, $40,000, maybe low $40,000 zone. That's awesome.
The final major thing that Tesla's changed on this car is the efficiency. Now, they actually haven't done anything to the motors nor the batteries. However, they have been able to improve the car's efficiency by up to 8% by improved aerodynamics. So those styling changes aren't just for show, they actually improve the car's aerodynamics. And the drag coefficient has now gone down to 0.219 CD from 0.225 CD for the old car. And that makes the new Tesla Model 3 the most aerodynamic Tesla you can get.
There wasn't any specific mention of castings, front or rear. We did expect that. I think a lot of people expected that for Project Highland to kind of bring that up to date with the Model Y, which of course uses those castings. But no sign of that yet. If we look at the render that is available on the Design Studio or the sort of Model 3 sales page, this is it. So we can see the rear here. This seems to be stamped pieces. If we compare that with the same sort of a render for the Model Y, which of course is cast, this is quite a different look. So, as of right now, because no mention of that and because of these sort of renders here, right now it kind of looks like no major update to sort of the giga casting strategy on this Model 3.
So what does the efficiency improvement mean to the car's range? Well, the rear-wheel drive version will be capable of 554 kilometers and the dual motor long-range version 678 kilometers. And if you want that in miles, it's these figures. Now, the car will go on sale in Europe in October.
The Model 3 is such an amazing car already, and all these little tweaks that they have going into this, I'm super excited about this car.
It's really exciting.
This thing is better on everything that matters. And based on the same starting price, it's probably as economical to produce as the current Model 3, if not even more so. Think about this. Better product for the same or lower cost to produce equals more profit and/or increased sales, which means more revenue, which means more profit. Talk about winning.